I just need a rant real quick. So I've been looking for jobs, been doing interviews. Slowly it's starting to get to me, guys. I was like trying to romanticize it, which I still can, but I just need a rant because it is so hard. I think I've only done like what, 4 interviews, which is not a lot. I know people who have done way more. It is so draining because I feel like the interviews that I've done so far, they're jobs that I'm like, okay, I can do, but I'm definitely like not the most qualified. So it feels very defeating and like intimidating to even do the interview. But you know what? Like, we're gonna push through because there was like a study where women, don't tend to apply to jobs where they think that they don't qualify for. Meanwhile, the men, they be applying and still getting the job. So I've been applying to a lot of places, and when I get to these interviews, like, they can be very intimidating. And like, also, if you have any interview tips, like, let me know. And then to then have an email say like you didn't get the job after like what, a week or two, I'm just like, ugh. And tomorrow I'm going to a job fair, which I think I need to print resumes. Like, dude, this is so humbling. I know there's big world problems. Is that how you say the saying? I don't know. But like, who else is on this boat? It feels like everything is happening so like boom, 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 boom. And then also, like, I do social media content on the side, and today I had to like film a video, and on top of that look for jobs, and then on top of that edit. And like, I know everything is my choice and I love doing social media content, but like, my brain is like boop, 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 if that makes sense. Like, it's overstimulated. And what else? On top of that, I feel like, tell me why I applied to a job today in sales because your girl is expanding at this point. Guys, why did I get a call back like immediately after applying to the sales job? And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, why are you calling? Like, are you that desperate? I don't know. I feel like I'm being. Long story short, the call was just to like learn more about me, kinda ish. It was like a 5-minute call. Like, okay, that's another thing. What is it about having to do 3 interviews? Like, why? I remember for my past, little girl jobs, it's like you just interview me and then let me know. Why is there a 3-step interview? Why is there like so many interviews that you have to do? And like so much time wasted. Like, the first interview is about you telling me about the company and the role, which I already know that if I did my research and looked at the job post. And then part of me is like, okay, I need to be reaching out to more people that work at the companies and like be like, hey, like, can you accessorize me? Or, but I feel like no one wants to really do that. Like, and I know that's a negative way to think, but like, has that worked for anyone where they like message someone on LinkedIn and they're like, hey, like, I applied to this job, like, I don't know, do you have any advice? Like, you know what I mean? Like, has that worked for anybody? Because let me know, because I feel discouraged. I feel like no one wants to help me. And everybody's like, oh, you just have to network. And I'm like, where? And I mean, I'm going to the job fair tomorrow in hopes of like networking and getting a job. But I'm just like, there's so much. And on top of that, to end this video, is the whole socializing and keeping up with friends. Like, that has been nagging at my mind, whatever. I been having like a lot of girls text, not a lot of girls, I'm not, but I've been having a lot of like girls like text me like, hey, like, we should make plans, blah blah blah. And like, if you're one of those girls watching this, girl, I am so sorry, my mind is going like 10 different ways. It's to the point where I almost canceled my therapy session today, and then I was like in the middle of filming at the mall, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my therapy session right here, right now in the mall. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So, I mean, everything, I also have reached a point where I have to schedule everything in my calendar, which is completely normal, but it's just like, if I don't, I will overschedule myself, and that's not good. Guys, help, help. And if you want to network with me, let me know. We can add each other on LinkedIn. I'm looking for something in marketing, but also I'm so busy. Like,
hey guys, welcome back to this thing I'm doing where I put myself in front of the camera to hopefully boost my confidence, as I'm currently on a journey to do a career pivot from one industry into the next. And as of today, it's only Monday, and I am tired. I am frustrated. It's just, I've done follow-up emails, applied to different jobs, gone to networking, coffee chats, just done the things you're supposed to do. And quite honestly, I'm so tired of just looking for a job. and I feel I'm not, and I know I'm not alone with this, but it's just so frustrating how hard it is to land a job right now, because the market is so saturated with people who are also getting laid off and trying to figure out what their next steps are. I'm kind of, considering just taking a job outside my field while I look for a job in my field, just to, have something lined up. But honestly, it's hard out there. It's hard. It is. So I don't know what to say, to be honest. If you have any words of encouragement, I'd appreciate it, because right now I am just feeling so defeated.
Here's the deal. I've been to handfuls of terrible, terrible interviews. And not on my part, I'm getting the offer every time. But if you talk poorly about your employees during an interview with a prospective employee, red flag, okay? If I come there for an interview and we're in there for like 4 minutes and you answer the phone and have a whole conversation, not even pertaining to work, red flag. If you say, and I quote, "Whatever happens in this office stays in this office," baby, red flag. I'm not calling you back. I'm just trusting that the right one will come when it's time. I'm going to keep going to these interviews. Something's got to give, man. Who do you even tell? That was only 2 of the interviews that I'm talking about, right? Three of the interviews that I'm talking about right now, from last week. But they're all going like that. How do you expect me to show up to an interview and be extremely professional, sell myself to you, but you're going to take your shoes off and put your dirty dogs on the desk in front of me? What is this reality?
So I just came back from visiting a friend in Kuma. So I think I've been there for like 5 hours plus. And just when I got there, batho ba kereke ke ba ba tsena ko neighboring ya hae, ne? And apparently the gentleman ka mo neighboring wa kula, ne? He's been sick for some time. So ho tla batho ba kereke there, a lot of them, okay? Ba kena wa binwa ke di fela mole moruti wa preacher. After a fetsa go preacher, go ba le bo ditsebiso like a normal Sunday service. And go a rapelwa, and there's word of encouragement to the gentleman. He's sick, man. He's sick. He's sick. I just feel gore ba mo dudisitse nako e telele mo setulong mo a na dutse teng mo. And I just want you to tell me why ha motho a kula re tshwanetse re ye kaofela kereke. Why ho sa ye only 3 people? Because when you are sick, it's like when you are emotionally down, you don't want a lot of people around you. It doesn't make things better. You don't feel well. And ho ba le batho ba bangata around you, I think it's just it's a situation worse. And tell me, why were they there for close to 4 hours? Close to 4 hours. And ke bua ka family e we bonang, they don't have to tell you, but you see just fella from outside mo tlung ha sokuliwa. Wa bona hore ha sokolwa mo ntlong ele. And ke ena fela na sebetsa, now wa kula ho phelwa ka di-grants, and batho ke ba batlile ba kereke ba bangata ka dikoloi. Tell me why go sa itsewa koleke ya gore a sielwe something, or before batla ko go yena ho rekuwe hamper ya di-fruits, ho rekuwe hamper ya di-vegetables, ho rekuwe normal hamper ya nama le ya other things, bo phofu, bo stampo, bo eng, because they know go kerekeng hore ke yena a tshwereng, ene batho ba mo ba dependile mo yena ka gore ba phela ka grant. Why re santse re ye ko mantlong a batho and then just re tlise lentswe fela la modimo, re kgothatse, re bine, re rapele, re etseng, and then get into our cars e be re tsamaya fela jwalo o sa siele next. Ke kopa le ntlhalosetseng hore kante bathong kereke ke eng, ke for eng? Family ele needed batho ba tlang ba tshwere, e seng batho ba tlang ba rwele fela thapelo le ho bina le dikoloi tsa bona le hore ba tlo fihla ba reng. They were there for close to 4 full hours. The poor patient ha ja for 4 full hours because o ntse dutse mo ntle mo. Kereke e kene sa bosigatsi. Ho no sena motho one fela mo kerekeng a nahanang fela hore bathong a re donateng the way re leng ka teng, o mo le mong a ntshe 100 rand or 50 rand, re lo mo rekela hamper ya something, re mo tlele something, re tlele family something e tla ba lastang at least for 2-3 weeks. Kanti when are we going to start thinking critically ha re ya ko mantlong a batho? Because now, honestly speaking, I wouldn't want so many people ha ke kula ba nlatele mo tlung. Bona ho bona is showing love, is showing support, but to me, support and love ke hore o tle o rwele, o tle o tshwere something, o tlo ntshiela because ha ke sebetse, ho phelwa ka di-grant mo tlung, ha sokolwa. That's love and support. But e tsweng ke batho ba kereke ba gaetsho a se yona, a se yona. Nna ha ne ke le situationeng eo kore ke ne ke tlo ema fela kereke ha ba fetsa ho go a dumediswa, ke ba botse hore can't you buy us something to eat, because wa kula, wa mmona hore o wa kula a botole. Why re beile thapelo ko pele, why re beile dipina ko pele, preaching ko pele, re sa beile dintho tse di hlokahalang, practical things mo pele? Wa bagaetsho yo Aowa bagaetsho ga go sebetswe jwalo hleng bathong ke ntho tsa kgale tseo ke ntho tsa kgale ke ra gore ka nnete ha se re bona gore motho ke o kulela lebitla. There's nothing that the church can do. Nothing. Ha ona motho a nahanang fela gore o nwa medication and o tlo hloka some stuff mo ntlong. Bathong. Yo, baruti, if e le gore le tlo bona this post le wrong. Bazalwane, if e le gore le tlo bona this post le wrong. Thapelo tsa lona le dipina tsa lona le di-motivation tsa lona ke tsona tse isang batho di-healing, because honestly speaking we need to be practical. If a person is sick, unemployed, o dutse ko gae ba sokola, and you come o bontse tlo re Jesu ke morena, you'd rather take that Jesu ke morena with you back home. But if you coming and then o tlo mpolela ka modimo o tshwere something, those two they go together. I will believe more and I will do better, because there are people ba rapelang le nna ba tlang ba tshwere some stuff ba nahanetseng hore I need to eat. I'm not saying we should create dependency, but when you are coming to people's homes, skatla fela o itshwere matsoho. Yo wa ba gaetsho hle nna ke kopa o le galemela hle le wrong. Yo le wrong. Keep and dipina tsa lona le dithapelo tsa lona to yourselves and leave people alone, because ho ka se duduse motho a kulang jwalo 4 hours ha ona motho a mo offerang metsi kore I was sitting there ke shebile gore ha ona motho a mo offerang nothing, water, energy, kore o no mmona fela gore energy ya e fedile tu. Moruti yena o ile le monate wa go bua tsa di buang le ba rerile whatever ba ntseng ba bua mo le ba binang kore ba ile le monate wa gore ke monate. Motho a kulang need peace, o batla quiet place. Ha o tla o visita motho a kulang tlo nne le bararo 3 tlo nne tshwere dijo. Ha le fetsa o dula mo, stay there for 30 minutes and leave. Give a person a breathing space. Batho nga ko le hlaboloeng hleng batho ba modimo ka 2025. Aowa. Yo. Ke le rata kere. Sharp.
I just got one question. There's something that I need to know, something that just don't make no motherfucking sense to me. As a grown-ass adult, as a grown-ass man or woman, I don't give a fuck of the two, how the fuck you not have a job? I mean, how can you go consecutive months without a job? And don't get me wrong, I'm a very understanding person. The economy is fucked. It's hard to find work, everything like that. But you motherfuckers that ain't got no job, no crib, couch hopping, but somehow young motherfuckers is going on vacations. You got the new Birkin bag. You got the red bottoms on. How the fuck is that possible? And not even that, how can you just like go about comfortably without having a steady flow of income? What do you do throughout the day? What do you do with your day? Because I got fired from my job like a month ago, a little over a month ago now. And I can't go back to work for a certain amount of reasons. And until those reasons are, handled and done with, I can't go back to work. I haven't had a job in a month. And I'm fucking losing my shit over here. Like, I'm doing shit that I normally don't do just to try and occupy my mind and my time. Like, I'm real life, like, this close from crashing out because I don't have a fucking job. And I live in a small-ass town where there is no jobs, so it's hard as fuck to get a job down here, so somebody help me understand, please.
I'm a junior doctor and I'm about to be unemployed. I feel like this is something which is really not spoken about kind of anywhere enough. So when you apply to train as a doctor or even the media, there's kind of that stigma that if you train to be a doctor, you will have job security. For the first 2 years out of med school, any doctors who have graduated in the UK do have near enough guaranteed work. After that, you're near enough on your own, to be honest. If you want to specialise to be a children's doctor, for example, then you have to apply into that training scheme at the end of your like 2-year confirmed contract. And if you don't get it, then what? There are far more doctors applying every year for jobs than there are numbers of jobs. So obviously not everybody can get one. If you are not lucky enough to secure training on a training pathway, which none of my friends who I work with have been this year, nobody has got even an interview really, then come August, all of our contracts are going to expire and we don't have any jobs to go to. Everybody is hoping to get these kind of 1-year contract, either working in a department or working in like teaching medical students or something. But we were told at our hospital there were 4 of those jobs available last year and 350 applicants. So what have the other 346 doctors done? These are all qualified doctors who are not getting jobs. We had a meeting about this at work the other day and they legitimately recommended to us all to go to Australia or even apply for jobs at Tesco because there are just not enough jobs to go around for junior doctors at the moment. Like, we have doctors who are qualified and ready to practice and no jobs for them. I'm sat here in my house, you know, I've applied for a couple of jobs today, but if I don't get one, because I might not, you know, I'm not the most competitive candidate. I graduated quite young. I haven't done very many like extra things on top of getting a medical degree and working, which should be enough. I'm sat here in my house thinking, how am I going to pay my mortgage in a few months' time, you know? And then there comes the kind of highly political topic of why are there so many locum doctors? Well, there are so many locum doctors because we haven't got a choice. Like, if I can't get a working contract, I'm going to be looking to pick up any locum shifts that are offered to me to make sure that I can pay my bills, because like I say, the alternative is going to Australia, which I can't do because I own my house, or working at Tesco. So I'm going to pick up locum shifts. A significant amount of my cohort are actually just thinking about leaving medicine entirely, which I think is really quite sad. Like, yeah, you work so hard to get to this point. You're all highly qualified individuals with, you know, years of experience working as a doctor, and then people are just thinking of leaving because it's too hard to get a job. I guess really the point of this rant, if you're a medical student or you know a medical student, forward this to them, because my message for them is don't assume you're going to have a job after you finish your foundation years. And I guess my second kind of point to making this video for the, you know, 5 people that'll see it is who knows what I can do with a medical degree. I'm obviously thinking about teaching. I'm still trying to get a job in a hospital, you know, clinically working with patients. It's just that they're very hard to come by. Some of them aren't out yet and I'm just starting to get itchy feet. So if anybody knows what I can do with a medical degree, please let me know. Because it's all very well and good telling us to go work in Tesco, but do they realise?
Today's your lucky fucking day because I'm gonna be spam posting. Why? Because I might be unemployed now. If you guys don't know me, I'm actually an economics teacher. And a month ago, I was teaching a class. And you know, I didn't think my TikTok following is that high. You know, I didn't think that it's gonna affect me in any way. But then one of my students was like, aren't you that girl who lost weight and is talking about weight loss on TikTok? And I thought I could be like, you know, fucking Superman and just wear my glass and be like, what are you
talking about? That's not me.
Why would I do TikTok? I'm your teacher. But the scariest part is I think my boss found out about this and he emailed me. And we're having a meeting this week. And you know, this green tea ice cream, by the way, this is so fucking good. 0 sugar, 130 calories. So I'm just wondering, like, how am I gonna pay rent this next month? Or how am I gonna pay insurance? How am I gonna pay my taxes?
Things have been really stressful and hard lately for myself and for, you know, so many people I know. It's just the job market. I'm looking for new work for a couple months, and same as my fiance. And you know, in a period of when it's really difficult to get work, obviously bills catch up and become very difficult. And you know, I've been in a position where I've had to do Instacarting and things like that every day to make sure I have money to pay my bills and get by, while also, you know, simultaneously applying for jobs and trying to get new work. You know, the biggest downside to all of it is not just the stress of, you know, being unsure I can pay my bills, but honestly taking away from the things that bring me a lot of joy. And when I say things, I don't mean things like going out. I mean, I love, you know, fashion design and working on clothes and creating videos of outfits and styling, and, you know, in pursuits of my dreams of being a designer and influencer and all in fashion, all these different things. It takes away from that time because I have to put the time into focusing on, all right, I need to go make some money today to pay the bills and make sure we have food on the table tomorrow. That's real. And like, as much as I'd love to work in a fashion related job, you know, I also have to apply to roles that have nothing to do with my passions and dreams, because I just need, you know, income to survive and get by, because things are hard. There are some days when I'm out Instacarting, I just wake up in the morning and I just feel so defeated. And I know I'm not alone in feeling that. I know a lot of people who feel that way personally, and it's a difficult feeling. It's a lonely feeling at times. Being defeated is a hard feeling to overcome. I decided I need to do what I can to not let it take more from me. Use the time I do have right now to do what I can do. It's like, if I'm gonna go out and Instacart every day, then why not just make an outfit, you know, what I'm gonna wear while I go Instacarting today and post it. Like, I have to get dressed anyway, right? So it's like, why not make that the content in my outfit? Is it something I ever planned or imagined I'd be doing? No, but like, I gotta work with the circumstances that are in front of me right now. So if I have time in between at nights to like sew a new piece, record that too, and wear it and picture it and do whatever I can to not let the things that do bring me joy in life and the things that I do aspire for the long term, to let them flow further away from me. I have to take control of what I can take control of. And this struggle, even though sometimes it feels so permanent, I know it's temporary. And so I just gotta work with the circumstances I have, you know, be thankful for the blessings I still do have. I still do have a roof over my head. I got my dogs, I have my beautiful fiance, and I have a means of making money that at least keeps us afloat for now. I gotta take advantage of that and then use that and to do what I can do in pursuit of my dreams. I guess just expect to see what I wear while I Instacart videos, because that's all I can do right now.